Hello, and welcome back to another episode on English Broadcast Studio. I'm John, and today we're going to dive into an interesting and engaging conversation about fitness and health. We'll discuss the importance of exercise, different workout routines, and how staying active can improve both your physical and mental well-being.
Hi, everyone. I'm Sarah. I'm so excited to be here with John today. Exercise is such an important topic, and it's something we all should take seriously. So, John, let's start off by talking about why exercise is so essential. Why do you think it's important for people to make time for it in their busy lives?
Great question, Sarah. Exercise isn't just about losing weight or building muscles, though those are definitely benefits. It's also about improving our overall health. Regular physical activity can reduce the risk of chronic diseases like heart disease, diabetes, and even some types of cancer. Plus, it helps improve our mood and mental clarity.
Absolutely, John. And I think sometimes people underestimate the power of just a little bit of movement every day. You don't have to be in the gym for hours, right? Even a 30-minute walk or a quick home workout can make a huge difference.
Exactly. It's all about consistency. Small actions add up over time. And let's not forget the mental benefits. Exercise releases endorphins, which are those good-for-you hormones that can really help improve your mood and reduce stress.
I totally agree. It's like a natural mood booster. But John, I've noticed that there are so many different types of exercise out there, from yoga to high-intensity interval training. How do people know what's right for them?
That's a great point, Sarah. The truth is, there's no one-size-fits-all approach. It really depends on your fitness goals, your current health status, and what you enjoy doing. If you like something that feels fun, you're more likely to stick with it. For example, if you enjoy being outside, you might prefer running or cycling. If you enjoy working on flexibility and mindfulness, yoga or Pilates might be a better fit.
Right, and I think it's so important to start slow, especially if you're new to exercise. No need to jump into an intense workout routine right away. It's better to gradually build up your strength and stamina.
That's a smart approach, Sarah. And don't forget, it's also important to listen to your body. If something doesn't feel right, it's okay to take a step back and adjust. The key is to find a balance that works for you.
Exactly. And it's also crucial to remember that rest is just as important as exercise. Overtraining can actually lead to injury or burnout, so you need to give your body time to recover.
That's a great point, Sarah. People often forget that rest and recovery are essential parts of any fitness routine. Without them, your muscles won't have the chance to rebuild and grow stronger.
Absolutely. And let's not forget the importance of nutrition. Exercise alone won't do all the work if you're not fueling your body with the right foods. Eating a balanced diet that includes protein, healthy fats, and plenty of fruits and vegetables is key to supporting your fitness goals.
You're so right. Nutrition plays a huge role in how our bodies perform during workouts and how we recover afterward. A good diet helps maintain energy levels and ensure that our muscles get the nutrients they need.
So, John, now that we've touched on the basics, let's talk about some specific types of exercise. What are your thoughts on strength training versus cardio? Which one is more important?
That's a great question, Sarah. The truth is, both strength training and cardio are essential for overall fitness. Cardio exercises like running or cycling are fantastic for improving heart health and burning calories. Strength training, on the other hand, helps build muscle mass, increases metabolism, and improves bone density. Ideally, a balanced fitness routine should include both.
I couldn't agree more. And strength training doesn't necessarily mean lifting heavy weights. Bodyweight exercises like push-ups, squats, and lunges can be just as effective.
Exactly. It's all about finding what works for you and staying consistent. And the great thing is, you can do bodyweight exercises anywhere. No need gym.
Definitely, and that's one of the reasons I love bodyweight exercises. They're accessible and they can be modified to fit your fitness level. Plus, they can be done at home or even while traveling.
Now that we've covered the basics, let's dive deeper into the types of exercises that are out there. Sarah, you mentioned earlier that people sometimes feel overwhelmed by all the options. Let's break down a few key categories to make it easier for them to choose.
Great idea, John. First, let's talk about cardio exercises. These are typically activities that increase your heart rate and improve cardiovascular health. Common examples are running, cycling, swimming, and even dancing. I've always enjoyed going for a run in the morning, as it's a great way to start the day with energy.
I'm a big fan of running too, and swimming is a great low-impact option. It works your entire body while being easy on the joints, especially for people who may have knee or back issues. But there's also a great option that many people overlook: jump rope. It's a fantastic cardio workout that helps improve coordination, balance, and endurance.
I completely agree with you. Jump rope is often underestimated. It's also a fantastic way to burn calories in a short amount of time. Plus, it's portable. You can do it anywhere. Now, switching gears a bit, let's talk about strength training. What types of strength exercises would you recommend, John?
Strength training can be done with free weights, machines, or just body weight exercises. For beginners, I recommend starting with bodyweight exercises like push-ups, squats, and planks. These exercises not only target multiple muscle groups, but that also help improve balance and stability.
Yes, I love bodyweight exercises because you don't need any equipment. Once you've mastered those, you can gradually incorporate dumbbells or resistance bands to increase the challenge. Deadlifts and bench presses are great options for building strength in the core, legs, and upper body.
Absolutely. And another important strength exercise is the pull-up. It's a tough one for many people, but it's excellent for building upper body strength, especially in the back and arms. Over time, it can also help improve posture and shoulder health.
Pull-ups are definitely a challenge, but they're definitely worth working toward. Now, let's talk about flexibility. People often neglect stretching, but it's just as important for overall fitness. Yoga and Pilates are excellent ways to improve flexibility while also working on strength and mindfulness.
I completely agree. Yoga is one of those exercises that people often overlook, but it provides so many benefits. Not only does it help with flexibility, but it also aids in improving mental focus, reducing stress, and increasing mindfulness. And it doesn't require any special equipment, just a mat and your body.
I've noticed that yoga has also helped me with my breathing. A lot of people don't realize how much breathing can impact their performance during exercise. In yoga, you're encouraged to be mindful of your breath, which can help with endurance and other activities as well.
Exactly. Breathing techniques are so crucial for maintaining energy levels and reducing fatigue. It's something that people often neglect, but the way we breathe can have a huge impact on how we perform during exercise. And the best part is anyone can learn it.
Yes, and it's something that can be practiced every day, not just during exercise. Now, let's discuss high-intensity interval training, or HIIT. This has become super popular recently. HIIT involves short bursts of intense exercise followed by periods of rest. It's an efficient way to burn fat and improve cardiovascular health in a shorter amount of time.
I love HIIT. It's perfect for those who are short on time but still want a great workout. The intensity pushes you to give your maximum effort in short bursts, which really helps with fat loss and endurance. Plus, the rest periods allow your body to recover so you can go hard again the next round.
It's such an effective way to maximize your time. And the great thing about HIIT is that you can do it with any type of exercise: running, cycling, bodyweight exercises, or even strength training movements. It's all about pushing your body to the limit and then letting it recover.
Definitely. And if someone is just starting out, it's important to ease into HIIT, begin with a lower intensity, and gradually increase as your body adapts. And it's also important to have proper form to avoid injury, especially when performing fast-paced exercises.
Absolutely. Now, let's talk about balance and stability. These are often overlooked, but they play a key role in preventing injuries and improving overall fitness. Exercises like single leg stands, balance boards, and even certain yoga poses can help with this.
That's such an important point, Sarah. Having a solid foundation of balance and stability can make a huge difference in preventing falls and injuries, especially as we get older. Plus, working on balance helps improve performance in other exercises, like squats and lunges, because it strengthens the muscles that stabilize the body.
I think we sometimes forget about the small muscles that help with balance. Working on those can actually make our bigger movements, like squatting or lunging, much more effective. It's all about strengthening your core and stabilizing muscles.
Exactly. And speaking of the core, we can't forget about core exercises. A strong core is essential for good posture, stability, and overall strength. Exercises like planks, Russian twists, and leg raises are great for targeting those muscles.
Core strength is so important. It's the foundation of pretty much everything we do. A strong core helps with everything from running to lifting heavy objects. It's also a big contributor to reducing back pain.
Now that we've discussed various types of exercise, let's talk about something that I think a lot of people struggle with: motivation. Starting a new fitness routine is exciting, but it can be difficult to stay consistent. Sarah, what do you think are some strategies to help people stay motivated in the long term?
That's a fantastic question, John. Motivation is definitely one of the biggest hurdles when it comes to fitness. One of the things I always tell people is to set realistic goals. Whether it's committing to exercising 3 times a week or aiming to run a certain distance, having a clear goal gives you something to work toward.
I agree. Setting specific and achievable goals is key. But sometimes, even with goals in place, we all face challenges. Maybe you miss a workout or you're feeling tired and just want to skip it. What do you do in those moments?
Great point. I think it's important to embrace imperfection. There will be days when you don't feel like working out, and that's okay. Don't beat yourself up about it. Instead of thinking of a missed workout as failure, I see it as just part of the journey. What's important is that you get back on track as soon as possible.
That's such a healthy mindset, Sarah. It's really about consistency over perfection. And sometimes it helps to remind yourself of the reasons you started in the first place. Why did you want to get healthier? Was it to have more energy, to feel better, or to improve your fitness level? Keeping those reasons in mind can reignite your motivation.
Definitely. And if you're feeling a lack of motivation, you might want to mix things up. Sometimes doing the same workout every day can get monotonous. Try a new class, a different exercise, or change up your routine to keep things exciting and fresh. I also recommend working out with a friend or a fitness community. Having someone to share the journey with can keep you motivated and make the process more enjoyable.
I love that idea. Having a workout buddy is a great way to stay accountable and make exercising more fun. Plus, it creates a sense of camaraderie. I found that having someone to push me during a tough workout really makes a difference. It's also a great way to share progress and celebrate milestones together.
Exactly. And let's not forget about the power of tracking progress. It doesn't have to be complicated. Just keeping a simple journal or using an app can help you see how far you've come, whether it's tracking the number of steps you're taking, how much weight you're lifting, or how many miles you're running. Seeing improvement can be a huge motivator.
Yes, progress is always encouraging, and it's important to celebrate the small wins along the way. Whether it's completing a workout you didn't think you could do, increasing your stamina, or just sticking to your routine for a week straight, every milestone matters. It's all part of the journey.
Absolutely. And we also need to be mindful of mental barriers. Sometimes it's not just about physical exhaustion, but mental blocks that prevent us from staying motivated. I know I've had days when my mind tells me to quit, even though my body could push through. In those moments, it's helpful to shift your focus. Think about how good you'll feel afterward and how your body will thank you.
Yes, mind over matter is so true when it comes to exercise. I've noticed that on the days I feel the most resistance, if I just get started, even if it's just a light workout, it's easier to get into the groove and finish strong. Often, the hardest part is just getting started.
That's the truth. And another tip I found useful is to create a routine. If exercising becomes a non-negotiable part of your daily or weekly schedule, it becomes easier to stick with it. Treating it like an appointment in your calendar, just like a meeting or a work commitment, makes it feel like something you need to do, not something you can skip.
That's such a smart strategy. It helps remove the decision-making process about whether or not to exercise. If it's on your schedule, you just do it. I've also found that setting a time of day that works best for you is important. Whether it's in the morning to start your day strong or in the evening to wind down, find a time that feels right and stick with it.
Exactly. And another great tool for motivation is rewarding yourself after hitting certain goals. Maybe it's treating yourself to a nice meal, a relaxing bath, or a movie night. It doesn't have to be anything big, but rewards can make the process more enjoyable and give you something to look forward to.
That's such a good point, Sarah. Positive reinforcement really helps. Whether it's a small treat or a big reward, it's important to acknowledge your hard work and celebrate your progress. We've talked about motivation, but the reality is everyone will face setbacks at some point. Maybe an injury occurs or life gets in the way and you miss a few workouts. Sarah, how do you personally deal with setbacks, and what advice would you give to others who find themselves in similar situations?
That's a great question, John. Setbacks are an inevitable part of any fitness journey. It's important to remember that setbacks don't define us. They're just temporary obstacles. When I face a setback, I try to be kind to myself. For example, if I've missed a workout or haven't been as consistent, I remind myself that it's okay. Life happens, and the key is not to let it derail your entire progress.
That's such a healthy mindset, Sarah. Instead of focusing on the missed workouts or the break in your routine, it's more important to focus on getting back on track. Sometimes people beat themselves up over small setbacks and end up staying stuck in a negative cycle. But it's essential to realize that one bad week or one missed workout isn't the end of the world.
Exactly. And I think it's also helpful to reframe setbacks as learning experiences. For example, if you injure yourself during a workout, take it as an opportunity to learn about your body's limits and how to prevent injury in the future. Maybe you need to incorporate more stretching, warm-up routines, or even rest days.
Such a good point. I found that setbacks can actually teach us a lot about how we approach our fitness. It can be a reminder to listen to our bodies more carefully and adjust our routines accordingly. And it's also important to keep a long-term perspective. The journey to fitness isn't linear. It's full of ups and downs, but what matters is staying committed in the long run.
Exactly. And speaking of commitment, let's talk about how to build long-term success in fitness. The key is to develop sustainable habits that you can stick with for years, not just a few weeks. One of the things that's worked for me is consistency. Not necessarily doing intense workouts every single day, but just showing up regularly.
Consistency really is the cornerstone of long-term success. It's like building a habit. Once it becomes a routine, it becomes easier to maintain. And don't forget, you don't need to be perfect. It's about finding a sustainable balance that fits your lifestyle.
Yes, it's about making fitness a lifestyle, not just a temporary goal. I try to keep it simple by finding activities I truly enjoy. When you enjoy something, it doesn't feel like a chore. It becomes part of who you are.
Absolutely. And it's important to track progress over time, even in small ways. Some people might not notice changes right away, but tracking things like how you feel, how much stronger you've become, or how your endurance improves can keep you motivated. Sometimes the progress is less about the physical transformation and more about how fitness makes you feel overall.
That's a great point, John. Progress is often about how we feel mentally and emotionally, not just physically. For me, fitness has made me more energized and more confident. I've noticed that it helps with my stress levels and even boosts my productivity throughout the day.
Same here. It's incredible how much of a positive impact exercise has on every part of life. And even though it's easy to focus on the physical results, the mental and emotional benefits are equally important. They can be the driving force behind sticking with your routine.
Exactly. And don't forget the importance of rest and recovery. We talked about how important it is to stay consistent, but rest is equally essential. When you push your body hard, it needs time to recover and repair. This is when growth actually happens. Make sure you're allowing your muscles to recover with proper rest and sleep.
That's such an important part of the equation. I think a lot of people overlook rest, thinking that more exercise equals more progress, but rest allows your body to repair and come back stronger. Sleep is also a huge factor. Without enough rest, your body can't function at its best.
Exactly. And with all this in mind, I think it's important to have a well-rounded routine that includes cardio, strength training, flexibility, balance exercises, and most importantly, rest. Variety in your workouts will help keep things interesting and prevent you from plateauing.
Well said, Sarah. A balanced approach really does make all the difference. And as we wrap up today's conversation, I want to remind everyone that fitness is a journey, not a destination. Whether you're just starting out or you've been working out for years, the key is to stay consistent, listen to your body, and always keep moving forward.
Exactly. And don't compare yourself to others. Every fitness journey is unique, and it's about finding what works for you. Whether it's a brisk walk, a yoga session, or a HIIT workout, just keep moving and remember to enjoy the process.
I love that. Thank you so much for joining us today, Sarah. I've really enjoyed our discussion on fitness and health. I hope everyone watching feels inspired to take the next step in their own fitness journey.
Thank you for having me, John. I've enjoyed every minute of this conversation. And to everyone watching, remember to stay active, stay healthy, and most importantly, have fun with it.
Absolutely. And thank you all for tuning in to another episode of English Broadcast Studio. We'll see you next time with more great content. Stay fit, stay positive, and take care.